Hi Gorillas, and welcome to our first spelling review. You can go ahead and open up to your practice section of your notebooks and start setting up your page just like normal. Remember that you'll draw a line in the middle of your page to about the halfway point. Then you'll draw a horizontal line going across your page. On the left column, you'll write sounds and number 1 through 10. The right column, you'll write words and number 1 through 10. And on the bottom half of your notebook, you'll write sentences and number 1 through 5. When you have your notebook set up, we will begin. Remember that you can always go back, listen again as many times as you need to. Number 1 for our sounds is the sound B, B, like in bus. Number 2, sh, sh. Number 3, mm. Number 4, ah. Number 5, s. Number 6, I. Number 7, t. Number 8, y. Number 9, ah. And number 10, d. At this time, check your sounds. If you need to go back and listen to any again, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we'll move on to the words. Remember that this is a review, so these are words that we've already practiced. Make sure you're doing your best to remember how to spell them. Number 1 is the word the. Number 2, you. Number 3, was. Number 4, are. Number 5, have. Number 6, she. Number 7, that. Number 8, they. Number 9, does. And number 10, it. At this time, go back and check your words. There are a couple that sound like letter names, but make sure that they are the words. When you're ready, we'll move on to the sentences. Remember that in the sentences, it's very important that you're paying attention to your punctuation. You should have either a period, an exclamation point, or a question mark at the end of every sentence. Number 1, was she in the park? Was she in the park? Number 2, it does go there. It does go there. And you'll notice that I had an excited tone there. Number 3, they are in that spot. They are in that spot. Number 4, you have a lot to do. You have a lot to do. And number 5 is kind of like a bonus sentence. It's just for fun. The sentence is, gorillas are great. Gorillas are great. Go ahead and check your work for the sentences. Again, make sure that you have a punctuation mark at the end of each sentence, whether it's a question, something that's said in an excited way, or if it's a period. When you're done checking your work, you can go ahead and move on to the answers. make sure you're using a different color to correct your work. Here you'll see the answers for the sounds and the words. Go ahead and use a different color to correct your work. And then you can move on to correcting the sentences. Here are the answers for the sentences. Again, make sure that you're checking the punctuation. It's important that you have the correct punctuation so that your reader knows how to read the sentence. So if you have a question, your voice would go up at the end, like in number 1. You'd say, "Was she in the park?" And you would have a question mark at the end of that sentence. If you're saying something in a really excited tone of voice, like in number 2, "It does go there," your voice would be higher and you would have an exclamation point at the end. Otherwise, you would just have a period at the end if you're just making a statement. Make sure that you check that when you're correcting your work. And thank you very much. Nice job.